What I would like to show you now is a single leg takedown. This is one of my most popular moves to get someone to the ground from their back against the cage. It is my most popular move that I like to use, but it's something that needs to be drilled and drilled, and the hang of it, guys, down. It is quite a sticky move to get off first hand, but once you master it, it's well worth all the practice because it's very hard to defend once you know how to do it. So again, we're going to stand in the normal clinch position with my left leg between the middle, one under, one over. Now, one of the mistakes that people make is when they're going to grab this leg is they use their overhook because it's the nearest hand to grab the leg. Now, Lee obviously knows this, so he's going to lift his arm up to try and stop me going down to grab that leg. What Lee can't do is stop me, bring my left hand across the front and then drop down between his legs. So when you're going for a single leg, always use the underhook to grab the opposite leg. Not to grab the same leg, to grab the opposite leg. Now my body weight is going to help me drop down and take that leg. So from here, I come down across your stomach with my left underhook. I then drop my whole body down. I drop my body down and then I put my hand behind the back of his leg. I look at the palm of my hand. Again, imagine that you've just been cheating on your maths exam, you've got the answers on the palm of your hand, you need to look at them. So you drop down, put your hand behind the leg and you look at that hand. My overhook is now going to go flat, 4 fingers and thumb over the top and clench tight. Doesn't matter if this hand is in or out, you actually want it in so that you can't face bar you, you can't try and throw you away, you can't defend the takedown. So if it's in nice and tight, that's even better. So I've now got a nice clinch. Now there's a gap between myself and Lee's thigh here. I don't want the gap. I want to tighten it up. So I drop down even more and clinch it up really tight. Once it's tight, I then just stand up. Now I took the leg. Once I got the leg, I need to take him down to the ground. Now this is the part where you need to master. Once you have the leg, which is the easy part of it, you now need to master how you take somebody down. Now for me to get Lee to lose his balance, I want to try and move him in 2 directions at once. Now if I just pull Lee around and he's got good balance, he will just bounce while I pull him around. If I just try to pull Lee to the ground, he can force his opposite leg into the ground and stop me taking him down. So what I want to do is I want to give Lee a tug, which will pull him down at a 45-degree angle, and that will make his backside come down. And I also want to turn the corner so that not only does he come down at an angle, he turns around at the same time, hence hitting the floor with a good takedown. It's that little jerk movement. That little jerk movement which is what starts off the move and then I turn around. So we'll go through it, then I'll repeat it again so that you master it correctly. In the clinch position, I drop down with my underhook. I look at the palm of my hand. I drop my overhook over the top, 4 fingers and thumb, and I clinch up tight. I keep on traveling down so that my head is tight as I can to the thigh. Once it's tight, and when it's tight, lift up the leg, and then I pull Lee's backside down to the ground at a 45-degree angle by tugging on the leg. Then I move my back leg around and I put Lee over here on the floor. So nice and slow, I tug and I turn and Lee ends up on the floor, and obviously I would go down with him. Alright, I'm just going to recap one more time. In a clinch position, I drop down with the underhook. I come around the back of Lee's leg, and while I'm travelling down and keep moving down, I clinch. My head comes onto Lee's thigh. Once I've hit the thigh, I pick the leg up, I pull down and I turn my leg around. Takedown.